Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, this is the May Tarot reading for Aries, Ascendant, Moon, and Sun signs. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Okay, so, Aries. These are your Vedic Sidereal placements, not your Western Tropical. If you don't know your placements, you can look up a free birth chart calculator online, or get a much more detailed birth chart from my website. But I use your Vedic Sidereal transits to confirm what we see in your reading. Alright, I'm going to be kicking things off with the Celtic Cross with the Tarot. And then we'll close things out with the Kipper Oracle spread. Okay, I'm going to lay out your cards and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so overall energy, we have the Seven of Cups. There's some opportunities here, but also a bit of confusion. But for the most part, I'm seeing opportunities. Now, the heart of the matter, we have the Ace of Pentacles. A solid opportunity in particular is what you're showing me. Things are growing. Now, the challenge, the High Priestess. Your challenge is following your intuition, that gut instinct. You may not be trusting that so much right now. Now, your focus, Ace of Swords. So, you're focused on a mental breakthrough, possibly honest communication. In the past, the Page of Swords. In the past, you were just curious about this. But now it looks like you're taking some action. Now, your strength, the Ace of Cups. You're showing me you have the strength to feel good. Possibly to even have new love. Now, it's interesting. You're showing me the three aces all in a line there. All in a column. So, definitely a new beginning here. Now, immediate future, the Queen of Cups. So, this is feeling really good. This could be someone that you're meeting with. But either way, there's a lot of love here. Now, the supportive energy, Queen of Pentacles. This is self-care. You're taking better care of yourself these days. And that is supporting you throughout this month. Now, this could also be someone you're dealing with. Probably the same person. But could be a friend, it could be a family member, for all I know. But this also shows you may be doing well in your material world. Now, hopes and fears, the Moon. I didn't mean to say hopes and fears. Hidden energy, the Moon. Okay, so maybe some hidden fears. Maybe some hidden hopes here. But this is very hidden. So, hidden energy is already hidden, but now the Moon is there. Hiding it even more. Okay. Interesting. Can't wait to clarify that one. Now, hopes and fears, Nine of Cups. So, hoping for an emotional wish to be fulfilled. Fearing that won't happen. And also hoping for that emotional balance. Now, the potential outcome, the Eight of Cups, an emotional disconnect, walking away. We'll see what this is all about here. Alright, so why the Seven of Cups? Alright, strength. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Okay. So, you're showing me you've been dealing with a loss. Now, could be of a person. This could be financially. Maybe even both. You're showing me it's taken a lot of strength to get through that. But now there's an opportunity. Two of Wands. One you've apparently been waiting for. Planning for. Okay. So why the Ace of Pentacles for the heart of the matter? Four of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Okay. So, this opportunity is very healing. But you're showing me it's very difficult to rest while working on this as well. This is definitely something tied up to the material world, tied up to work. With Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, definitely work oriented. Four of Wands could even be tied up to the home. Maybe you're renovating, maybe you're moving. But I'm not getting, Four of Wands can be a relationship, but I'm not really getting that here. In particular. Could be, though. Now, definitely I see, stuff happening in the home, though, because Mars is transiting in Cancer, your fourth house of the home. Energizing that, meaning more going on. Now, why is the High Priestess the challenge? Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, Queen of Swords. Okay, maybe there is something about relationships here. Because you're showing me it's a challenge to listen to your intuition when it's telling you there's a wall between you and another person. Could be a bit of an age difference here. Page of Wands to the Queen of Swords. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It looks like you're moving away from this person, though. Or they're moving away from you. And we do see that Eight of Cups for the potential outcome. Now, why the Ace of Swords? For your focus. Ace of Wands, Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords. Okay. So, you're showing me your focus on either a mental breakthrough or honest communication. You're showing me you're passionate about that, but there is a wall when it comes to communication. I don't know, maybe you blocked this person or they blocked you. Maybe you're realizing you need to do this. I don't know. Okay. The Page of Swords there in the past. Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Okay, so in the past, you're showing me there was some light communication with this person. This person that you found to be passionate, attractive, confident. But there was a lot of stress and anxiety about a committed relationship or, living with this person. And Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Maybe stressing because things were taking a long time. Okay. Why the Ace of Cups for your strength? Empress, Emperor, Justice. Sorry. Outside, there's the trash pickup going on as I laid down those cards. So, you're showing me it's your strength to have new love here. Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck to balance things out, have equal give and take, for things to be made right between you and this person. Not a good sign. I'm getting an omen of the trash being taken out, though. Now, I'm not going to be that harsh. That's the universe being that harsh. I personally think it's a little too messed up. But, yeah. Also, I just noticed something odd about this reading. We have all 4 queens. And an empress. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. And an empress. Now, this person may have been dealing with other people for there to be that many court cards here. Now, if, it was a mix of, pages and knights, I wouldn't really say anything. But for it to be 4 queens and an empress. And Moon is aspecting Anuradha right now. Anuradha is tied to love triangles. So I also feel the need to say that. Alright, why the Queen of Cups, though, in the immediate future? Okay. Knight of Pentacles, Lovers, 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Death at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like in the immediate future, I see you slowly working on being more independent from what you consider a romantic soul connection. I do see you feeling a bit better about it. Surprisingly better than I'd imagine, considering you were showing me your strength to have, balanced love. Now, that could have been with a different person. You having the strength to find that in the future. But I'm not really believing that that's the case because you're having trouble trusting your intuition. Okay. But in the immediate future, I do see you slowly moving towards independence and being single from this. Okay. Why the Queen of Pentacles? Maybe this is tied up to self-care. Okay. So, Queen of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Tower, Hermit at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So, I see you taking action to find balance for yourself. This is happening very suddenly. Alright, so that explains why I wasn't really seeing it, because it's happening very suddenly. Yeah, suddenly, alone. With the Hermit. Hermit is alone. But this is also going to be very healing. Sounds like a bit of an oxymoron there. But, yeah. Suddenly, you're going to be taking better care of yourself. Now, maybe that means, disconnecting from this person. Maybe that means just, finding more independence within a relationship if you're not leaving this person. Okay. But let's see the moon in the hidden energy. The very hidden energy. Okay, 2 of Wands, Page of Cups, 3 of Swords. Okay. So, not that this helps you a lot, but in time, I see some emotional communication. Now, this is possibly an apology. 3 of Swords is there. It's tied to somebody who broke your heart. Maybe you broke their heart. Maybe. But I'm reading for you. So, I'm going to assume it's the other way around. 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Right now, this person's weighing this up. So, no wonder it was so hidden. You probably had no idea. Maybe hoped for it. But, anyways, it looks like that might actually be happening. Now, could happen this month. May happen later. Especially with it being so hidden. Now, with it being the moon, I always view the moon as moon and the sun tied to the new moon, full moon. So, in this case, I would say look at the next full moon, possibly new moon, for when this could happen. Okay, why that 9 of Cups? Had a card want to flip out. King of Swords, 3 of Wands, 6 of Swords. Okay. I see you finding this emotional balance when you move past the idea of waiting. You're no longer just looking out to shore hoping someone comes to you. Comes back to you, in this case. Yeah, I see you moving past that. And that's when you find your emotional balance. That's when you're moving towards that emotional wish fulfillment of yours. Yeah, 8 of Cups. I see an emotional disconnect here. So, let's see the 8 of Cups. Let's clarify that. King of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay, so that Ace of Cups was tied to new love. Okay. Looks like you were a little indecisive before, but now you're emotionally disconnecting, and I see when you do, eventually, there's going to be new love. Victory with a new person. Someone who's grounded, practical, maybe does well in their material world. Yeah, 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, even turning into a committed relationship. Okay. So let's look at your final cards, and then we'll get into the oracle cards. Now, Aries, as for when I see a new romance could begin for you, I would say that's not going to be in May, but possibly in June. Mars and Ketu are both going to be in the 5th house. Now, that can be, let's just say fiery, to put it mildly. Can be a bit combative. Maybe combative in the sense, you're not interested in dealing with a past person who comes back. But Mars is passion. Ketu is past life. So this could be a past life romance that, comes back in this lifetime. Possibly in June. I'd say it's your most likely timing for a new romance to begin. At least in the near future. Okay. So, your final cards, we get the 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Alright, so a very passionate new romance beginning. Or, I guess, old romance? Tied to a past life. Yeah. Now, there could definitely be an age difference with this person. It's interesting, though. Page of Pentacles, whereas for the outcome, we have the King of Pentacles. So, yeah. King to a page. So, definitely, there could be an age difference. But it does look like it would be a very strong connection. Okay. Let's look at your oracle cards and see what's going on there. Alright. Let's see what we have here for you, Aries. Okay. Occupation, lovers, and courthouse. Okay. So, definitely seems like something going on with work. Also love. Courthouse doesn't necessarily have to be a court matter. It can also be an official decision. Or a legal matter. Now, we also have wealthy man, main male, and great fortune. I'm going to clarify before I really, get a clear idea of what's going on with that one. But great fortune is the best card in the Kipper Oracle deck. It means things are going to go your way. Okay. Or in your favor, at least. Why occupation? Okay. Dark woman. And lion. Time to act. Okay. So if you're a woman, I see it's time to act in your career. Now, for those who are attracted to women, I see you could be meeting someone through work. Pretty clear cut there. Alright, why lovers? Dark man. And casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Okay. So, for the men out there or those dealing with men, I see the end of a situation in a relationship that you were dealing with. And maybe time to focus on work is kind of what I'm getting here. Now, trying to see. Okay. Checking all your transits here in my head. Okay. So, Jupiter's going to move into your third house in mid-May. Now, when that happens, you're going to have to put forth more effort. That's what Jupiter requires in the third house. Jupiter is going to expand the house of effort. So, yeah, more work might be required on your part. Now, why courthouse? Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Okay. So, for those that are dealing with, a business, running a business, or are dealing with a legal matter, I don't see that going in your favor. At least not right now. Now, it's interesting, though, that we have time to act tied to occupation. So, what I would say there is, if this is like a secondary source of income for you, may not be the time for that right now, but I do see, your career, acting on that's still very important right now. Okay. Now, why wealthy man? Pale. Time to get out of a situation. Leg. Stepping into a new experience. Okay. So, whether you were dealing with a wealthy man or you are this wealthy man, I see you leaving one situation behind and starting a brand new one. Okay, why main male? Clouds, temporary problems. And harp, great happiness. Okay. Yeah, so these problems in relationships in particular I'm getting here, I do see that those problems are temporary, and you are going to have happiness, especially for those who are men or are attracted to men. Okay, so why great fortune? Dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. And Cain, pay attention to your health. Okay. Now, this is over Great Fortune. So Great Fortune, like I said, is the best card in the Kipper Oracle deck. So that means whatever's clarifying it is going to go well. So, if you've been worried about some health problems that you've been dealing with, those are going to improve. Very clearly. Over Great Fortune, definitely they'll improve. Now, I definitely see in the first half of May, you're going to be focused on you and your health with Sun transiting your first house. But yeah, definitely that's improving. Now, also, this distant friend. This could be someone that starts as a friend, becomes more. But yeah, for now though, they're showing up as a friend. Now, that makes sense. Moon is currently aspecting Anurata. Anurata is the Nakshatra of friendship, but it's also tied to a soulmate. Now, Anurata is usually tied to like past life romances and stuff like that. So this is tied to the Rahu-Ketu transit. Rahu's going to be in your 11th house of friends. Ketu's going to be in the 5th house of romance. So definitely that dichotomy is going to play out, especially tied to the eclipses and stuff. Okay. Alright, that's what I have for you, Aries. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.